Get strong.
Welcome in. It is week 14. We are here. Some big surprises. Pacheco being out is one of them. Wasn't ready for that at all, but I guess that's not quite true. I did think he was going to be out, but I thought it would be due to the late hit and his ejection, not the fact that he just isn't feeling good. So, major question of the week has been CEH or McKinnon, and I still lean McKinnon. We saw what he can do, 2 years ago in that playoff run. He is the one most familiar. I did see that Reed was saying that he would get the first, or he would be the starter, but what's that actually take into account? That's more of the issue for me because I'm not quite sure I believe all of it. It's, again, really the thing that might be holding him back will be health. And if that's the case, it's definitely interesting to kind of figure out how that's going to work out with everybody. I do expect CH to maybe be a top-end flex, but McKinnon has a solid RB2 role for me. Just looking at how it's been pretty much all season. Have been seeing the increased usage of CEH, but I'm not quite on the bandwagon for it. So, first question, Skylar's in. Cooper, Gabe Davis. Man, this is tough. It really has been an up and down ride with Davis, with him literally going goose egg and then having a good game. At this point, it should be a goose egg again, but the matchup is really good. That and Cooper is coming off a concussion, which isn't that big a deal, but I'm really nervous that he came back too early. I wasn't expecting him to play. It's half point, so I'm probably going to go Davis and really hope he shows up. But it's not an ideal situation. I'm sorry that you have to go through that. Hey, straight cash. Finally made it back. It's all good. Miss you. Glad you could show up on a Sunday morning. But, all right. Wendell Chan. All right. Herbert or CJ. Mostly because of the matchup, I'm going to lean Herbert here. It's made me pretty nervous on CJ, to be honest. I hate the fact that he is playing the Bills. So I'm kind of running away from it. The weather doesn't help things, but I still have him in the top 16. I just have Herbert slightly ahead of him. So I'm going to go Herbert here. Hey, Anthony, welcome. Jags, Chargers, Bucks. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that's not an ideal situation. Probably going to play it safe and play the Buccaneers. I really don't like the other two matchups. We just saw the Jags get absolutely torched by the Bengals, and the Chargers have been really bad when it comes to defense. And so I'm leaning the Bucks. I think it's just easier for you. Thanks so much for stopping in, at least. Hey, Pearson. All right. Puka, Sutton. Ooh, man. It's full PPR. I think you take the upside here with Puka. I really like Sutton this week. I have him in my top 20. Let's see. I want to double check. I think it's 20. I have him at 26. But even that, I have Puka higher just because it's PPR. I have him at... Actually, no, I do have Sutton higher. Looky there. I have Sutton currently at 16 and Puka at 26. So I have them switched. So I'm going to go Sutton. I'm probably having too high, but again, Charger secondary is absolutely trash. So, and then I'm assuming that's supposed to be Browning. I'm more hesitant on that. I do think he did a really great job against the Bengals. Colts are a little bit better defense, not a whole lot better, but I still think I go Browning just because of the fact that even though Lawrence looked really good, I saw some of the tape this morning of him doing warm-ups. all it will take is one hit, and he's going to be struggling again. I mean, we've seen how much it can limit Mahomes, and Herbert's a really good quarterback, but the matchup also isn't great, and also going to have weather issues. So, going to go Browning and Puka, or Browning and Sutton. Sorry, long way to get back to it. Morning, Mike. Reed or Mitchell, or is Lockett? I mean, Lockett could, but until I see it, I'm staying away from it. I'm actually going to go Mitchell, just because, again, I'm not sold with Watson. I mean, he has been declared out, but it's just so hard to trust it. I mean, I like Reed a lot. I think he's the one who really should benefit here, but I thought that last week, and Watson had a good game. It really just is whoever Love locks onto, and I'd rather just go with the thing I know, which is Mitchell, who's going to should see a majority of the touches, and have that opportunity to score. So, yeah, not a big fan. I'm nervous for you. All right, David. Let's see. Start 2. Saquon, Etienne, Mostert. It's going to be Mostert and Barkley. Again, nervous for Etienne. It's the Browns. Granted, I know he just torched them, or a bunch of running backs have been torching him. It does look like they're some of their D line is coming back. Could prevent more usage there. So, wait, did I just switch games? No, that's right. Okay. But I still rather go with the guys that I know are going to see a good amount of work and potentially score. Barkley continues to put up massive numbers, so it's hard to get away from him. And Mostert's just on that high-powered offense in a game that they should have to score. They should be able to do whatever they want, and when they salt it away, I think Mostert's going to be the benefactor. So, Patrick, nice. Waddle or Gibbs or Pittman or Smith, pick 2. It's going to be Waddle and Pittman for me. I like Gibbs. If you want to play a little safer, you can go Gibbs and Pittman. But Waddle just has so much upside, it's hard to get away from him. So, all right. Swindle Chan. Let's see. Another one. Bengals. Golly. Can you get something else? I'm probably gonna go with the Bengals. Just because occasionally Minshew likes to turn it over. He doesn't. He lives for the moment. So I'm going to go Bengals and hope that Minshew throws 1 or 2 picks to help you. Maybe even a pick 6. Who knows? Hey, Ryan. Welcome back in. All right. Full PBR flex. I'm rolling out Ford here. Again, we just saw Mixon absolutely tear up the Jags last week. Ford's in an ideal situation. Not super. I mean, Flacco continues to move the ball well. I think it's a good opportunity for him. So, gonna be there. Going and lean with Ford. Don't like the weather with Ridley. It shouldn't be that big a deal, but I'm more worried about the bracket coverage. Thielen has been too hit or miss. Addison is, I think, probably going to be the one losing the most targets with Justin coming back, and then Kincaid makes me a little nervous. It should be a high-scoring game, so he should be fine. But Knox is potentially back as well, or should be back. Sorry, and that just makes me even more nervous for him. Yeah, Ravens are fine especially for defense. You should be good. Really don't think you go wrong there. Should just, especially in the rain, I think that actually helps the defense just a little more, just because too hard of a throw can bounce off. Here, this is one I've been fighting with. I have them literally back to back. I think I'm going to go. I have Herbert, I think, higher. Whoops. Double checking here. Yeah, I have him at 8 and 9. I have Herbert higher. So really close. Good. I'm glad I was right. I figured that's what you meant, but always nice double check. Patrick, do you trust Tony? I don't love it. I really prefer other options. You're really hoping he scores or they use him in the passing game, but it's difficult to believe in that for sure. So really depends on your other options. I need to know some more information on that. I also don't like Swift. So if that makes you feel any better, I don't like either of them for this week. All right, Alec. Let's see. Komet or Kincaid? It's going to be Komet again. It's a good matchup for him. Kincaid, I'm worried about some target regression here with Knox coming in. I would expect him to run the ball a little more, try and control the clock. I'm actually really don't think this is going to be that great of a game. So that more than likely means it's going to be one of the best games of the week. But it makes me nervous. So rolling out Komet because I know what he is. Oh, geez. Crazy. There's 3. Didn't realize Hill was also out. That's going to be a good one. So if you're looking to stream, Okonkwo is the one I'm looking at. Hey, Polo. Start 3 here. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right, Polo. Let's see. It's going to be Wilson, Collins, and Puka. I'm nervous on Cooper and Higgins. I'm not sure if it's just the fact that Browning only has eyes for Chase, but didn't like how he was being used in the last game. I'm hoping it's also kind of due to health, but waiting to see. So the question that I started the show with, I have McKinnon higher. I know CEH is supposed to be the starter, but when it comes to goal line work, I think McKinnon's going to be the guy. It's the only thing that is potentially holding back is if he isn't healthy, which it could easily be the case. Not knocking it, but I just trust McKinnon. Saw what he could do 2 years ago. So I really think this is going to be a committee, and I think McKinnon is the one who actually gets the more important snaps. Okay, Dan, let's see. Have Brown, Steve, and what do you drop them for? Brown is probably fine. I do like the Jets rest of season, but and I like the Bucks today specifically. I think that's a good matchup. But I think I'm okay. I mean, it's just a defense. You're hoping that they get better, but if you're needing to win this week, I'd much rather play the Bucks. I think it's a safer play. Love the pick. All right, Alex. Let's see. 2 RB PPR. It's definitely going to be Barkley, and then I'm going to go Gibbs. I actually like the matchup for Robinson this week, but I would still have him just below Etienne, and CH isn't in that area at all. So Joe Sizzle with which wide receiver? Oh, I'm gonna go Dobbs. I do think Ridley's fine, but again, the matchup is tough. I don't love it for him. I think he struggles a little bit because of that in the rain. I think, I mean, we talked about it on Thursday. The bracket is what really makes me nervous for Ridley. I think he could easily score and make me look stupid, but I'd rather go with Dobbs, knowing that Watson's out. Hey, Sean. I'm assuming this is a pick 1, and I'm going to go Puka. Yep, I agree. Goddard, I still think is going to need some time to get back to full health and really get used in this offense. You hope that he is used to work or block for the run, but this week I'm nervous about it all. I'm very curious to see how they use him. Last time this happened, Smith continued to see good targets, while Goddard remained more of a blocker and then red zone target, which could easily be the same case as last year. So still trust Komet more as like the real wide receiver 2 on that team. All right, Sean. Dak or Allen? Oh my gosh. I'm going upside here, and I'm going to go with Dak. I think that game's higher scoring. I think there's a lot more opportunity. So that would be how I would lean. Let's see. Johnson or Pierce? Oh my gosh. I still think I'm going to go Pierce here, actually. Makes me a little more nervous. It's just the fact that there's more opportunity. The rain might help. You're just hoping he finds the end zone. I don't trust Johnson to do that. I really think that's more of a Herbert area of expertise. So hopefully that helps. I'm gonna have to pull up the rankings to see here. Let's see. Come on, switch over. I have Adams 3 spots higher, so I'm going to go Adams versus the Vikings secondary. Again, I think it's just the fact that Hill clearly dominates there, so it's hard to get away from that. Ooh, good one, Wiley. I'm going to roll with Wilson. Again, secondary isn't good for the Chargers. The fact that he's also rushing helps him. And if he continues to just move the ball that well, this could be a higher scoring game and really benefits him. But yeah. Of course, Alec. Let's see here. Puka and Nico. Yeah. I'd probably go Puka and Waddle, but again, Eckler, they haven't been using him the way they should. They talk about splitting it. I don't think he's healthy either. Collins is going to be fine, but since it's PPR, it's close. I expect Nico to have a good first half and then probably get reeled in a little bit the second half as they have to adjust for the rain. It'll likely mean shorter area targets, which I think would really benefit Brown and Brevin Jordan. So, but it's really a toss up between him and Waddle since there is that rain. But I still have, I still have Collins higher. I only dropped him like 3 spots from that, so don't think you go wrong, honestly. All right, Paul. Let's see, DK or Adams. It's still going to be Adams. I just trust the workload more. DK can easily be the guy who just torches people, and I would expect him to try and do that again. It's just a really tough matchup for him. And then Adams, it's such an easy matchup, and he is clearly the only one that O'Connell's looking at. So I'm gonna lean Adams. It's a good matchup for him too. So also plus. All right, Daniel. It's Ingram here. I like them both. I really don't think you go wrong. I have them back to back. So I have Ingram at 2 and Laporte at 3. So enjoy your riches, my friend. Noah Brown or Jalen Hyatt. Again, this is what you really depends on what you need. I think Brown's a safer play. I'd expect to be a slow start for him, but Hyatt is much bigger boom. If he gets a hold of it, it's a matchup that he could easily just end up torching him and them not be ready for it as he takes on the Packers. I expect them. I mean, that's just it. They won't know who to cover really, and don't really blame them because it's tough. They really spread that ball around and it's hard to tell. So, all right, Sean, pick 2. Man, in PPR, it would be probably Barkley and Collins, and half or standard, I'd go Barkley and Achane. Actually, that's not true. I'd probably go Collins and Achane in half or standard because of the fact that of how they'd be used. More likely that Collins would score. All right, Paul. Let's see here. It's going to be Mingo, JSN, and then I'm probably going to swing for the fence and go Hyatt. I just expect the Ravens to run a lot and kind of control time of possession. So, man, standard. I'm probably going to go Ford. I think he has the best matchup, but it's hard to get away from Williams with how much he gets used. Yeah, that's tough. Good luck, Alec. You need it more than I do. Last question. Yeah, I'd bench him for Gibbs. And it's not particularly close. I think it's a better matchup. If it's just a touchdown league, I mean, it's still probably Gibbs, but then it gets closer with Edwards. But I really lean Gibbs over Pollard, and that's how I would have it ranked. I would have it ranked Gibbs, Pollard, Edwards, and standard. I think CH gets a slight bump in any kind of PPR. Puka or Ford? PPR, I'm going to go Puka. Anything else, it's going to be Ford. I'm not too worried about the rain. It actually doesn't look like it's that bad. Just the conditions. I'm more worried about a potential slip, which wouldn't really hurt Puka. It'd be more hurting Stafford. But again, I don't. Puka going to be a little bit more wet, harder to grab, harder to tackle. So. Hey, Andrew. I need how many? Okay. There we go. All right. Need 2. Half PPR. It's going to be Williams and Chuba. And then was able to pick T-Law. Yeah, I'm probably going to play Lawrence over. I have him ranked over both of them. Worried about Carr. I don't think he should be playing this week, but just how it goes. And then I don't like the matchup for the Giants. Packers actually been a pretty good defense so far this year. All right, Pollard, James Cook. It's going to be Cook. Again, kind of touched on it. I think this is going to be how the Bills need to win, and then need to use Cook with Knox being back. I think it gives him an extra blocker. Really like it for him, actually. Oh, wait, did I say that Knox was out? Mm-hmm. He's playing. All right. Pick one. Yeah, that one's tougher. It's between Cook and Williams for me. And I'm probably going to go Cook again because I think that he, based on usage and how he should be used, I think he is a benefactor of how the Bills want to win. Williams is just splitting too much right now for me. And it's making things iffy. I wish he was getting more of the passing work, which he does get a decent amount, but he's coming out for third downs. P. Ryan's coming in. Makes me even more nervous around the goal line because it's kind of more P. Ryan is a bigger back and kind of has a better nose for it. Makes me nervous for him. So I'd much rather go with Cook and just hope that they run it a lot and he gets used in the passing game, which kind of has been the case the past 2 weeks. So. All right, pick 2. Aaron Jones, Goddard, Foreman, Mingo. It's going to be Mingo and Dooley. Goddard. I'm terrified of Jones. I'm not risking it. And Foreman is in such an odd committee. I'm not worth trusting it. So Yeah. All right, Swindlechin. Yep, I agree with how you have it. Little more nervous on Smith, but he should be okay. Ah, what is going on? Io Savage. All right. It's going to be Flacco. And then I'm probably going to take more. Well, I don't know. That one's tough for the running back. I think I have Williams higher. Let me double check. If I can spell. Yeah. I have literally Montgomery and Javonte back to back at 20 and 21. So I'm going to go Williams just barely, though. I really don't think you can go wrong. Goddard, Kincaid, big one. I'm still going to go Kincaid. Can't bring myself to do it. Nice pick, Jay. All right. Pick 2, full PPR. Of all 6 or in each group? Because I'd go Barkley and Achane and then DK and Moore. But if it's across both, I would probably go still probably go Barkley and Achane. Man, I think I have them back to back too. Let me see. Yeah, I have Madison and Pollard back to back at 24 and 25. So I'm going to go Madison just barely, though. Very close, Andrew. Hey, welcome, Joseph. Let's see. 1 flex. Oh, you get points for first down, even. Yeah, that's brutal. I mean, you're probably going Godwin, but it's interesting with Murray just because that would be the role that he would be in if they actually were going to run the ball. He'd be the one that would come in for third down. So yeah, man, that's tough. I get playing Godwin. It's probably fine. I just don't love it. I'm going to try to go John. Well, I'm probably going to go Murray because it's points per first down. And I think he'd be the one that's most likely to get in that role and actually do it. So, not ideal, Joseph. Sorry, man. All right, Daniel. Would you add a backup? Yeah, probably. And honestly, I'd be going Dobbs. I'm very just again, it's based on right now. I want to see how he looks with JJ coming back and how much that really opens up the offense. Playoffs aren't great for him, but I think he can do just fine with it. And I'd be fine dropping Cooks. I think he is really a boom bust play. So and I don't want anybody to have the other two. Robinson could be out for a little longer, which would be another easy drop. But again, I want to wait and see. So hopefully that helps. All good, Andrew. Hey, good morning, Tony. Saints or Colts? Ugh. I just It should be so easy for the Saints, but it's so hard to trust them right now. I mean, I'm probably going Saints, but I'm nervous on it. I don't love it. I trust the Colts more. They've been playing so much better. All right, BH. Nice. CEH, McKinnon, Jones, 4. Need to start 2 full PPR. Okay, it's going to be Ford for sure. But if you're wanting upside, I'm going to go Reed. But if you want a floor, I'm probably going to go McKinnon. So again, really depends on what you need there. This week I have it that way just because I want to see how it actually ends up for with JJ back, how the targets kind of get distributed. So Njoku, Tony. I like him a lot more. Again, Goddard should be fine. It should be a game script that actually benefits him, but I would rather wait and see. Wait, sorry. Madison over who? What are your other guys here? Probably not. It's close, but I still it's difficult for me to sit either Williams or Montgomery. Especially with Jefferson coming back. I really want to just wait and see when it comes to the Vikings. So all right, Polo. It's going to be Mingo and Hall. Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll see how much it is to actually get that show rented out. All right, Chris. Let's see. Half PPR. Probably going McKinnon. Don't really trust any of the other options. I hate that this is the week that Walker decides to come back because the matchup is just atrocious. Yeah. So, and I'm probably not. I can't bring myself to do it. If I would, it'd probably be Madison over Montgomery, but I'd rather not risk it this week. Hope that helps. Savage. Harrison. All right. I have it as Minshew. Again, I'm not quite, that's not true. Lawrence looked fine, but I don't love the matchup for him. And I'd rather just go with the guy that I know. I know it won't be pretty, but I trust him to put up that 14-ish points. So not ideal. D franchise. Oh, it's Olave. It's not even close. I know he's been under the weather, but they have nobody else to throw to, and Olave really only needs 1 or 2. And it's hard to get away from him. Doesn't matter who's throwing him the ball. Ooh, that one's tougher. Like them both. I think White's definitely a safer play, but it's hard to get away from Chase after what he's been doing with Browning. They seem to have really good connection, and this isn't a tough matchup for him again. So all right, straight cash. Let's see. I'm picking 3. It's the first 3. I'm going Ayuk, Olave, and Wilson. Again, don't trust Cup. He just still doesn't look right. So, like those 3 options. Nice team. All right, Josh. Mostert to London. Again, depends on what you need. I think Mostert's a safer play. I think London has actually been pretty consistent and offers potential upside, but it's hard to get away from the Dolphins offense. If you have a team on there, it's difficult. to get away from him for sure. Chris, Cooper Kupp or Jerry Jeudy? It's tough. They both really are struggling. I'm gonna lean Kupp because he's more likely to score. But it's really that's what this is based on is you need to score. Yeah, I mean, every time I've tried to play him or suggested playing him, he's really just burned me, and that makes me nervous. I mean, it's tough to trust in it. Mhm. Having back to back, I would say it's Flowers because of the matchup and his usage. I don't believe that they're going to try and bracket cover him. I think Andy's a more explosive player when it comes to that hit Jackson's passing options right now. So that's probably how I'm leading. Michael Miles. Let's see. Ugh. That's supposed to be Dobbs. I'm gonna go Romeo there. I know Kelly is supposed to get used more, but I'm still not 100% sold on it. Also, it's Joshua Kelly. All right, Dan. If I had Dobbs or Fields, I mean, I'm okay rolling out Dobbs this week. I think there's a lot more potential upside, but it's hard to sit Stroud is really what it comes down to because of just his playmaking, his ability to roll out and still find players and not get sacks. But this is a tough matchup for him. I'm very curious to see how it ends up going. Need one. Ayuk. Oh my gosh. I'm probably still going Ayuk. It's close with Nico, but again, with the weather, I'm going to go with the guy that I know, and it's Ayuk. God, he's such a good player. So, all right, Polo. Oh my gosh. I'm probably going to go Minshew, but I wouldn't blame you if you want to really just go for a big play with Browning. All right. Herbert or Tua? Yikes. Yeah, I agree. It's probably Tua. I do like his matchup better. My only worry again is they're just so good when it comes to rushing the ball. But I saw how little it takes for him to have a lot of success. So half PPR. I'm guessing it's just one. It's gonna be Brown, but I get if you want to roll out. Really, any of them are. All right, Nick. Ingram or Goddard? It's gonna be Ingram. It's not even close for me, actually. I have Ingram at I think my tight end 2 is what I had it. Green Bay. Oh, it's Packers. I just trust them more. Again. Ayuk. Start 2 in PPR. It's gonna be Williams and Brown. Really, just I like them both. Hubbard or Rice? Oh, probably going to roll with Hubbard. I think he's a safer play. Rice has a lot more upside, but man, it's tough to believe in that. Happy to. It's never a sacrifice. It's just all good and fun. All right. Good morning, J-Lip. Let's see. I'm going to go Jones, but I completely understand you staying away from that. uh, God, for a lot more. Again, it really depends what you need here. It's probably Goff. I think he's a safer play, but Jackson could easily just rush out of his mind today. So Dobbs offers the upside. But I think I have Goff the highest. Goff. Nope, I lied. I have Jackson the highest, but barely. Then it goes Dobbs and then Goff. So it's probably Jackson because that's what everybody says. But I'd much rather play Goff and play it safe. Yeah, I'm still going with the noodle arm. It's I trust Olave. Doesn't really matter who's throwing it to him. Need one full PPR. Golly. It's probably going to be Brown. Just because again he's just a shorter area target. But it's tough. I think they're all really similar. Cooks has the most upside of them. Dobbs is a touchdown guy, and then Jones is similar to Brown, but that offense has me a little more nervous than the one that Brown's on. So probably leaning Brown here. Hey, Jay Dilly. Need one. It's going to be Mitchell. Again, I love the matchup for him. I love how he's been being used. I think there's a lot of potential upside there. And it with the rain, I think it's going to be harder to stop him. So, 15 minutes. All right. If you guys are looking for bets, no. I'm loving anytime touchdowns this week. And there are two that I have at anytime touchdowns for this week. All right, Brian. I like them both. I'm trusting Olave more because he sees all the targets, and it's not particularly close. I get it. Okongo's really been coming on, but again, due to the weather and the matchup, I think Brevin has an uptick this week. It's still going to be Kincaid. I can't bring myself to trust that Goddard yet. I need to see it. Last week it didn't look. I mean, I just don't believe him really. All right, Daniel. How Cowboy? Yeah, I'm fine dropping Cooks. And then I'd play Texans this week. I actually like Texans a lot for I think the rest of the season. I like the Saints too, but I don't trust them as much. Texans has actually been a quietly a pretty good defense this year. All right, John. Full PPR. Golly. It's Brown. Still got Brown. I like Godwin, but he just hasn't been the same. All right, Chris, let's see. Probably going to sit DK. I don't love the matchup for him. I trust the other guys' workload more. But if you want to play DK, yeah, I can't. I wish I could, but all right, Cobb. Let's see. Yes, I do trust Olave. I would play him over Rice and definitely Lockett, but Monty, yeah, I mean it's too tough. I can't. I'd still trust Olave more. Start Swift or oh my gosh. I just wish I trusted Swift more. It's probably Swift, but I don't like it. Like I do not like this at all. Goff or Love. I have Love higher, so I'm gonna go Love, and then Cook. Kamara. I'm going Olave. I have a lot right now. I have DJ Moore, Olave, and Hubbard, and it's put me at plus 2100. So PPR Ridley, Lockett, London, Puka. I'm going to go Puka of those. I like London. I think he's a safe play, but I'm not sold on it. Dropped a little. Need 3. I'm probably sitting Hall here. I'm playing both tight ends and Gibbs, but I like the idea of Hall. It's hard to trust it. Matchup isn't great for him, so I'm a little more off of that. Addison or Singletary. At this point, you're kind of chasing upside. I'd go Addison. I'm terrified of the Texans backfield, and against the Jets, it's not any better, unfortunately. It's Collins. Dick, Brian. I'm playing Collins here. I don't trust Swift. Been kind of all over it, and so I'm terrified of him. Ooh, 10 minutes. Ruben. All right, PPR. Man. We get it. You have an awesome team. Jeez. I'm probably going to go Olave since he's like right in the middle. Ayuk is definitely the one I have ranked the highest. I like Puka. I like Moore because it's PPR the most. I like all of your wide receivers are just awesome. So I'd go Olave though. Stroud or Fields, it's going to be really based on what we need. I think Stroud has more upside. Fields is a safer option because of his rushing ability. So I'm okay playing Stroud, but that's also because I don't really trust Fields like I should. Browning or Minshew? I have Minshew ranked higher, but if you're chasing upside, Browning's more likely to be the one that gives you that upside. So hey, Will, it's going to be Brown. Just trust him more when it comes to actually moving the ball and seeing a lot of targets. I believe that he is one of the ones that can get it done. So. It's going to be Madison and London. I want to see Walker. I know I should just believe in him, but it's tough for me to trust it. So it's and then Ridley again. I think the bracket he could potentially score. I expect there to be shorter passes, and Lockett has just been gone missing. It's been terrifying for him. Cooper, Puka. It's going to be Puka. Again, kind of talking about people I don't trust. I really thought that Cooper was going to be out this week, So unless I was supposed to be Cup, but even then, I still think I go Puka. Rice. Rice offers you the most upside in a game that they should have to throw. And Cade or Kittle. Oh. I'm going to go Kittle. I'm starting to trust him again, which means more likely he's going to burn me. So, Ferguson, Laporta. I like them both. I have Laporta ranked higher. So, I'm going to roll out Laporta there, William. Jay, Myers or Wilson. It's going to be Wilson. With Zach coming back, I have more of a belief in him. So, should be a fun one. Hall or Montgomery? I'm going to go with Montgomery. God, it's close though. I just trust him more. Is really what it comes down to, and I'm curious to see how well they move the ball against a Texas defense that actually has looked pretty good. And Zach Wilson being back, it's going to be interesting to see. AJ Dillon is not close. I know Jones is coming back, but he should still see a good amount of work. All right, Kyle, need a flex. Puka is probably your safe play, but I really like Ford. If you, aren't chasing that upside, I think Ford's definitely your safest option. Puka offers the most upside and standard. I'd much rather go with a running back, which is part of the reason I think Ford's the safer play. Would you flex Ferguson over Noah Brown? Probably. I think there's, again, just the fact that Brown has not been 100%. He's coming back off an injury. This isn't a great game for him. The matchup is fine because of the rain. He should see some targets, but I'd much rather play Ferguson. 5 minutes. With a first round bye on the line. Golly. Ugh. I'm playing Swift and Downs, but that's ugly. Again, I just don't trust Higgins, and he should have opportunity, but he had some decent opportunity last week, and Browning still went to Chase. So I'm scared. Oh man, oh man, oh man. All right. Well, if you haven't already, make sure you guys get on our Discord. We are coming to an end. I'll be back tomorrow for the waiver wire show. I know, my bad. Well, you know that Higgins scares me. That it's not an issue. I'm going to go Javonte. Again, Walker coming off injury, also against the 49ers. I'm much rather go with the guy that I know and a little easier matchup in the Chargers. So, London has actually started to show up recently. He's had a good, I think, past 3 weeks. So it really depends on what the rest of your team looks like and who you're dropping him for. But and yeah, I'm okay dropping Dallas at this point. They have pretty tough matchups. I'd much rather do spot starts rest of the season and kind of roll that way and see who the best option is for me. All right. Golly, need 2. Okay. It's probably going to be likely in Dylan. But man, that's tough. It's between Dylan and Mingo. So I think I'd rather roll out Dylan here. Mostly because, again, I don't trust Aaron Jones. Still Ford. Don't like how Hunt was used the last time. So I think that Ford's a beneficiary here. It's Madison, William, of those 3. I like him the most over Kincaid and Thielen, especially in a half. Gives you a solid floor. But Kincaid would be the next option if you don't want to play Madison, because I completely understand that. It's still probably Madison, but Jones is interesting if you're chasing more upside. I think he offers it. We kind of saw how Lawrence went to him when they started to take away Ridley. So Herbert, I like the matchup a little more. I think he's going to have to throw. So okay, guys, last minute. This is it. Again, back tomorrow for Waiver Wire Show. Then Tuesday, if you are in Guild Team League. Oh, wait, nope. Tuesday show is over because playoffs should have started. So the next show will be roster of people on Thursday, 7 ahead of kickoff, like always. Yep. You're already missing out. But thank you guys so much for watching. Really excited for this week. There should be some interesting games, some not so interesting games, some really defensive games, which I kind of like. So I'm a sick, twisted individual like that. But the weather always makes it more fun. And as always, I guess, good luck in week 14. Thank you all again. And we're going to head out. As always, I hope you all enjoy and remember to keep up the nonsense.